All right. Are we ready to get going?
We are live, ready to go.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, welcome everybody. And thank you for being here tonight. This is amazing. We have an exciting call tonight. My name is Darlene Obey, and I am from Port Perry, Ontario, which is about an hour northeast of Toronto. And I started with this nutrition as part of my lifestyle about 7 years ago. And yeah, it's been, I would spend all night explaining all the health benefits I was able to achieve through using these products. But tonight we are focusing on our sports, on athletics, and how we can enhance our performance and our recovery. And this is going to be an exciting call tonight. So there's a picture of me. So this picture is a picture that I was taken last year, about a year and a half ago, and I was approaching my 55th birthday, and I wanted to really challenge myself. I was using the products for about 5.5 years prior, and like I said, had great health benefits from it. But I wanted to step a little bit out of my comfort zone, as well as just see where I could take my body composition. And I thought it'd be a great way to celebrate turning 55 and aging well. So I knew I had the best trainer there was in Toronto. I knew I had the best products, so I just went for it. And at stage presence there, I was at the exact weight that my trainer wanted me to be at. And I says, I don't know if I could get there, because I haven't been that weight since I was 21 when I got married, and that was 35 years ago. And she says, no, that's where I want you to be. So what I found was kind of boggling my mind was that I was at the same weight, but when I was 21, I had no muscle. I was very lean, and yeah, and I know at 55 I was healthier, I was stronger, and I was leaner. So hey, yeah, it just shows you what these products could do. So this is what we're going to be speaking about tonight. But before we get started, I want to just thank all the organizers, because this doesn't just happen on its own, and for the speakers. But importantly, we want to just acknowledge you for being on tonight with us. And if you're new here, we really welcome you that you're here with us. So this is amazing. So, so what we're going to do is, well, first of all, we're going to be watching for all the likes and all the hearts and all the comments. So we love it when you interact with us. And if you have any questions that are not answered, you can just put them in the chat box, and we will make sure we have a Q&A at the very end, and we will make sure we take care of that for you. And if there are any of you that have to jump off for time, you know, we're trying to wrap this up by 9:30, we'll understand that. But this will be recorded as well, and you could come back and visit it as many times as you'd like. So our goal, again, tonight is just to educate you on our new sports certified amp line that we're all excited about. We're going to learn more about the scientific behind it, why there are athletes around the world that are flocking to this, and why we're just getting such tremendous and extraordinary results using them. And you're going to learn how it's going to benefit your recovery as well as your performance. So before we go any further, we are going to show a short video. Is that right, Evan? We're going to go into sorry.
It's okay. I'll introduce the video.
Okay, great.
But yeah, what you could do is just do a short intro for me, and then I'll.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I get the privilege and the honor of introducing our presenter tonight, Dr. Evan Hill. And if I could describe Evan in a few words, I would have to say he has a huge heart. He's an extraordinary person, and he's just amazing leader, and he just leads with his heart. So we all, and here he is. He's a father of 3 wonderful children, really, really healthy children, age 10, and I believe Felix just turned 9. Can't believe that. And Belle is 6, and his lovely wife Cheyenne. Evan transformed his health with using Isagenix, and he has such a passion to educate people on what it could do for them. So he does a lot of speaking and traveling around this. So Evan, I am going to pass this over to you because this is what you do so well, and I want you to do your magic now. So it's all in your hands.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. All right, welcome everybody. So our goal tonight is to really empower athletes and athletic people. You may not, call yourself a professional athlete or an amateur athlete, but you may be an athletic person. And that's how that's what I call myself. I call myself an athletic person. I love doing things to help improve my body and perform, that sort of thing. I wouldn't say I'm an amateur athlete in any way, shape, or form, but I benefited so much from these products, as did Darlene and so many other people. So I'm going to share that information with you. What is it that you can do to improve your performance, improve your recovery, be able to increase your muscle mass, really get more out of what it is that you're doing with your particular sport. So before we get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a video that's going to tie in the Team Isagenix element to our event tonight. So Isagenix has this group of athletes that they created a group of athletes that really represent Isagenix, and it could be an amateur athlete, that sort of thing. But I think it's really going to speak to the athletes on the call tonight as to what it's like to be an athlete and how Isagenix ties in. So here we go.
There's something the way you're wired to constantly improve your performance, to see what you can pull out of you, to see how far you can go, to see what your threshold is. You're really, at the end of the day, the person you're competing the most against is yourself.
You need to get up, get out, and put in the miles. Because an athlete is somebody who's out trying to improve their performance.
An athlete to me is someone who's consistently moving, consistently working hard, that ability to continually push themselves.
Our biggest competition is ourselves. We're always looking for that competitive edge. With Isagenix, our athletes can get incredible results.
Until I started Isagenix, I was able to endure the tough workouts without needing as much recovery time because I was actually getting the vital nutrients that you need when you're an athlete.
By putting these quality products into my body, I've been able to take my sport to the next level. Team Isagenix athletes are people that want to be great, want to be the best, but then they want to help other people do that too, and that's rare.
This is a movement. This is a culture, and it's a family who dedicate themselves to whatever it is they're trying to do, whether it's extreme sports, bodybuilding, fitness competitors, to professional athletes. That's something you're not going to find anywhere else.
It's a team where everyone's at a higher level of their sport, or either their coach with a high level as well. So I like the aspect of they're your peers. It's a good challenge because I know I'm hanging around with people that are just like me.
When two come together for a common goal, anything can be accomplished. So that's the benefit of being part of Team Isagenix. They don't pay any athletes to do this. I do this because I want to do it.
No matter what sport, we have this common bond.
Go and get the qualifications to be part of this team.
All right, so Team Isagenix. So there is, on that website, there's some qualifications that you can go through to become part of Team Isagenix. And even if you don't go through that process, you are part of a team. And that's a beautiful thing, is that by being a part of Isagenix, you are now supported by a group of people that have your performance, your recovery, your goals at top of mind as well. So I'm going to start off with this slide, who do you know? And we're really going to tailor this event to different sports. However, you'll find that even if you're not on this list, you're going to find that you will be able to fit in the products that you're going to learn about tonight in a way that can be of value to you. So your particular sport may fall into one of these particular categories, and it doesn't necessarily mean that these protocols that I'm giving you are like, let's say you do yoga, you may find that one of the other products actually helps you in a different area. So it's not all necessarily set in stone, but this is going to be a great guideline for you that you can work from and build from there. So we have yoga, Pilates, CrossFit, high intensity interval training, bodybuilding. We have team sports like football, basketball, hockey. Then we have marathons, Ironman, cycling. And then what about kids? You know, how are they supported? You know, really, like, I'm actually the trainer for my son's hockey team this year. And last year there wasn't anybody, and they didn't at all talk about nutrition at all. So also going to be educating you about protein pacing and how to use that to your advantage, and then talk about the support that you're going to get with Isagenix. So I'm going to start off talking about informed sport. So one of the things that bothers me the most about performance products is most of them are terrible, in the sense that the amount of things that are in them that shouldn't be in them. The types of protein that you're using that isn't complete proteins, the use of artificial ingredients, stimulants, all these things, and it's really harmful. It can be very harmful, and because athletes are going to be using these products at a frequent capacity, and so it can be really harmful to people. And like when we're trying to advance ourselves and we're harmed because of it, that's terrible. And that's what I really like about Isagenix, and why I've been part of Isagenix for 11 years, personally consuming these products. And I'm going to share with you my transformation as well as we get towards the tail end of this. I'm going to save it. But really, like, my passion is around quality, and my passion is around results, and to be part of a company that has the integrity and the quality and the results that it says it's going to do combined together. It's really extraordinary for me. I'm able to now help people. I can just ask them what they want and put together a plan for them. So whether you're somebody who works with athletes or you're athletic yourself, I want you to take away from this event, what are some things that you can do to meet your goals? So if your goals are to recover better, if you're finding that you're tired every day when you wake up in the morning, you might not be recovering as well as you could be. If you're working out hard all the time, but you're not building any lean muscle, or you're not trimming fat, that's a sign that maybe you're not nutritionally giving your body what it needs. If you're finding that during your workouts, you're just like dragging through them, you're just pushing through them, well, that's a sign too that, maybe nutritionally that you're not supporting your body as well as it could be. So I have found through helping hundreds of people directly, if not thousands of people, and definitely thousands of people indirectly, that when people put this nourishment into their body, they feel what their body is capable of. And that's such an exciting thing to see. So I am committed to you getting something out of this that you can take home and share with people that really is going to help them enjoy their lives more, their sport more, and get more out of life. So we're going to start with the yoga / Pilates. I know they're not the same. I'm going to put them under a similar category because those workouts are typically around 60 minutes. And I'm going to be pulling some information from Rita's workout plan. She spoke at the last event for Isagenix, and she went through her pre-workout, mid-workout, and post-workout. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it is that she recommended and why. I'm going to give you a few nuggets. So you're going to see this product come up 2 or 3 times, so there's going to be a bit of repetition here. But if you're doing yoga, and my wife, she is huge into yoga, and we go through knocks like you wouldn't believe, because she's doing it 3-4 times a week, and every day she has her knocks beforehand. And what Nox does is it basically helps get oxygen to your body. So it helps with everything, oxygen to your brain, to your muscles. So it helps you function more efficiently and prevent fatigue. So for someone who's doing hardcore yoga, and let me tell you, if you don't do yoga and you go into a hardcore yoga class, which I did, Cheyenne took me once, and man, like it was crazy how difficult and how worn out I was at the end of that. And so, you know, to have that extra support to prevent the fatigue and improve efficiency is amazing. And that's what this product is about. You have it about 2 hours before you actually do the activity, and you're going to find that you are going to be able to sustain the level of intensity longer during your yoga workout. Now, during your workout, now she took me to one of those hot yoga classes, and my mat, not kidding you, like when I put my hands down on my mat, that the sweat was seeping between my fingers, and like I couldn't believe how much water was coming off of me. And so this product, Hydrate, is great for that, for helping us hydrate ourselves and to keep our electrolytes intact. Because you know, if our electrolytes go and our hydration goes during the middle of our workout, and we're not keeping it up, our performance will drastically decrease. And that's with any sport and in anything in life. We have to remain hydrated. And so Amped Hydrate is about keeping that electrolyte balance intact. So you can drink this during your workout, and you're going to find that your energy and your clarity and your performance is maintained through the entire workout with the help of this. Then we have the post-workout part. So this is where I find so many people fall short. A lot of people do pre-workouts. A lot of people do hydration. Mind you, they're using things that often have other stuff in them. I'm not going to name any companies, but there's a really common one that we see people drinking during workouts, and it's full of things that shouldn't be in there. And then we get to the recovery part. Now, this is all nutrient timing, and if we time our nutrition well through our workouts, we are going to reap many more benefits as a result. So with Amped Recover, basically what it does is it actually triggers protein synthesis because of the branched chain amino acids in it. So what that means is that by drinking these branched chain amino acids at the end of your workout, it's going to actually stimulate protein synthesis, and it's going to help you bounce back much faster. So you're going to be able to work out more frequently, but you're also going to be able to recover in a way that if you are working out frequent, you're not going to be breaking your body down to the point of injury, which we see very, very often. So there we go. So we have Rita's pre, mid, and post-workout for CrossFit. Then we've got high-intensity interval training. So this is, the distinction here is that it's shorter. So the yoga is 60 minutes, sometimes even longer. And then the high intensity training is shorter. It's usually around 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. And so the focus isn't so much on that, that oxygenation going to all of the muscles for a long period of time. It can happen over a shorter period of time. And that's what this is designed for. It's for a shorter period of time to give you that boost and to really stimulate and help you really come into that workout with intensity. So it's a little bit different in how the products are getting you ready, but it's without the stimulants. So Amp Power, like Nox, is going to help with getting the oxygen working to your muscles. You see there, I'm not even going to try it, but citrulline is the other one. And the two of them combine together to help oxygenate your muscles. And then combined with that is the creatine to help with performance and reducing fatigue. So that product is taken about 20 minutes before your workout, and you're going to find that that is going to allow you to literally have more power. So I do very short, actually, muscle build, like weightlifting workouts, and so I do the Amp Power before that particular workout as well, and I find that I can push more weight deeper into the set because I'm not fatiguing out as early. And so for high intensity interval training, people can find the same benefit. Now she's also doing the E+ before her workouts. Now, this is a really incredible combination because E+ is a natural caffeine combined with adaptogens. So what you will experience is this feeling of clarity, but also a stimulation of your central nervous system. So you're going to find this heightened awareness and the readiness to go because of that natural caffeine. But you're not going to have that stress feeling that people get from caffeine because of the adaptogens. Those adaptogens in that help basically eliminate the stress response. So from an athletic standpoint, you're like clear and you're ready to go. And then you've got the amped power to help you with the blood flow and the creatine to the muscles. And wow, what a powerful combination before high intensity interval training or like short workouts, high intensity like what I do. Then we've got the post workout, again, amped recover. So you're helping stimulate protein synthesis right away. So I want you to see what products are they using where. So prepare. That's amped power. Okay, so taking a beforehand, and there they go, workout. Okay. So priming, another way to do pre-workout, that was Knox. So they're using it for all different types of sports, diving, climbing, basketball. Okay, so taking a break. They're having amp fuel, which I'll share with you a little bit later. So the cyclist, the CrossFitter. Okay, then back at it. Here we go. All right, so we're going to get right into the bodybuilding aspect. So you'll see here again, he's talking about nutrient timing and he's got his list of different products. Now you'll notice that this is stretched out a little bit more. It's not just pre-workout, mid-workout, post-workout. He's got morning, breakfast, pre-workout, post-workout. So I'm going to go through his routine so you can see how he's putting this together. So the Knox, again, is going to help support him over a long duration workout. Again, muscle oxygenation to the blood, or to the oxygenation to the muscles and the brain and every cell of the body. And then what he's doing is he's at breakfast time, he's bringing in his first dosage of protein. So this Isagenix Pro is 36 grams of protein, as well as the balance of carbohydrates and fats and so on that he would need from that. And then he's going to have his pre-workout, which is probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours later. And there he's having his next dose of protein. Okay, so he's doing something called protein pacing. I'm going to explain what this is shortly, but he's having a pre-workout of IsoPro, which is 18 grams per scoop. So you can have 2 scoops of that. So now he's at 72 grams of protein already between his first 2 meals. And for this gentleman, he's going to be requiring a lot of protein every day to maintain that muscle mass. So already he's at 72. Then what he's going to do is get ready for the power part of his workout by doing amped power. And then at the end of his workout, amped recover for the protein synthesis. And he still has a lot of protein in his bloodstream because he had a pre-workout with IsoPro. Okay, so you'll see how this could be used in conjunction with the protein pacing, which I'm going to share with you very shortly. So again, he's having an IsoPro after his workout for his 3rd dose of of protein, and he could be doing just 18 grams on this one, and he's already at 90 grams of protein. So now we're going to get into more team sports. So football is the example. So this is Minnesota wide receiver Adam Thielen, and so Ryan here is going through how he trains Adam for his workouts, and this is almost exactly what I did. And I'm going to show you my my 6-month transformation. It's pretty much exact what I did for mine. So what he does is he starts off the day with Ionic Supreme. So this is a great product for athletes because what it does is it helps our body deal with stress. Adaptogens are plants that have adaptogenic properties because they grow in harsh conditions around the world. And when we eat it, we become more adaptable. So for an athlete, this is huge because you could push it harder or push it the same amount and recover faster, or push it harder and be able to recover better. So it helps you deal with that physical stress, also mental and emotional stress. Is really good for anybody. And so he starts off the Ionic Supreme, really sets his body in the right place. And then he has the Amp Power. He's preparing his body for the power part of and the explosiveness of his workout and being able to go deep into his sets with good strength. Then he's having his dose of protein. And then mid-workout, he's having his hydration. It's exactly what I did. I hydrate during my workout. And then post-workout, I've got my protein and my recover. And then an hour after that, he's having his next dose of protein. So you notice that the example before, he was doing the Isolene Pro before his workout, and this example is after, okay? You'll notice that the common theme, though, is that the protein is spaced an hour to 2, sometimes 3 hours in between dosages to get to the magic number for yourself, okay, which can help you find. So here's the deal on protein pacing. So protein pacing, what it does is it helps to actually burn 8 times more calories than fat and twice as many carbs, 2 to 2.5 times more than carbs. So for somebody who wants to become more lean, the protein actually is your friend. So whether you're looking for weight loss or you want to maintain a toned body, the protein is going to help you do that. It's also going to help you repair and replenish building muscle, and it's also going to take care of your hunger and that, which is huge if you're looking to also improve your body composition. So typically it's 4 to 6 high quality protein based meals per day. So you still have other food groups in there, but the protein is in each of those meals, evenly spaced. It says every 3 hours, sometimes it's less. Okay, in those examples you see that it was less. 20 to 40 grams of protein at each meal. The first dosage be within an hour of waking, and the last one about 2 hours before going to bed. So what Isagenix did was they did a study, and they compared on the left here, you'll see the control group, and these people were eating food from the grocery store. So they were, they have, instead of Isopro, they were having granola bar. Instead of Isolene Pro, they were having pita with chicken. Instead of the bar, they had milk and granola bar. Instead of Amped Hydrate, they had electrolyte beverage, which we could probably guess what that was. And you notice the Isagenix group had 2 grams of protein per kilo, whereas the control group was 1 gram per kilo. So I'm going to show you the results of that. So in the women's data, what they found was that the women that were doing the Isagenix protocol had 5 times more upper body explosive strength and power, 2 times more upper body muscular endurance, 2 times more core muscle endurance, and 5 times less arterial stiffness. And then for the men, they had 14 times more lower body explosive power, 2 times more upper body strength, 4 times more aerobic power, and 3 times more lower back and hamstring flexibility. So this is me here. And so I had this dad bod going on, and for me, my dad bod was not that I had a huge waist. It was that I shrunk, and it was a result of being stressed and not eating and not nourishing my body, and so my muscle mass just wasted away. And so I followed the protocol that I just shared with you, the same one as a football player. And so I was having 5 meals a day, and I was 3 of them were Isagenix. I was spacing them out. I was doing nutrient timing before, during, and after my workouts using the AMP products. And I had never experienced anything like this. I worked out when I was in university, and I didn't have any of these products. I knew how much protein to take in, and it was incredible how much I was eating of like tuna and chicken, and oh my gosh, like it was insane. And I didn't feel very good. And it took me forever to get any gains. Like I was bigger, but I was working out for about 2 years straight, hard, you know, 3 to 4 workouts each time, but an hour or more each time, and then all the eating combined. And I was tired all the time. This time I did 20-minute workouts for 6 months. I did 20-minute workouts every day for 6 months, wrapping the Isagenix products around it. And I put on, in this picture here, this is 25 pounds of lean muscle that I put on in the 6-month period, doing 20-minute workouts a day. So, you know, when you see these people that are working out in the gym and they're not getting any results, unfortunately, it's not because of their effort in the gym. It's because of nutrition. And that's what I was lacking before. I was lacking the strategies that could really help me propel the amount of effort that I was putting into it, into real results in my body. And this really transformed my confidence. And my kids, they don't even recognize me. Like, they look at the first picture and they're like, that isn't even dad. They don't see me that way. And I'm glad, because, you know, I want to be the strong, healthy dad, you know, not the dad that looks like I'm going to blow away in the wind. So, so I was really happy about this and very grateful for these protocols, and hopefully this helps somebody out there. So there you go, pre-workout. So these are not paid actors. These are people that are in our company. That's Angelique Maury. And they use these products. So hydrate during, keeping up the hydration. All right, so now we have the last group. So this is the marathon runners, the Ironman cyclers. And so their situation is also, you know, in that they're looking to, you know, support their body so they can get the most out of it. And so for them, it's long duration. So for sure knocks, and there's tremendous amount of stress on their body. So they're going long distances. And so Ionic Supreme, really Ionic Supreme for anybody. And then they get into the during the workouts. So this is where the AMP Fuel comes in. So AMP Fuel, basically what it is it's a puree, and it's going to refuel the body with carbohydrates that are immediately available while somebody's doing any sort of endurance, extended or demanding activity. It's going to help it also protect against muscle breakdown, because it has the branched chain amino acids in it as well. So they're going to take that. It's a gel cap, actually tastes great, and they can just squeeze it. And you know, a lot of those gels that they have out there, again, artificial. They don't taste good. They're just terrible. And this is really a fabulous product. And so then we get also in the mid workout, the hydration is there. And then post-workout, again, we've learned about Recover. We've learned about the Isoline Pro. And then the last part that you haven't learned about is the new AMP Protein Bar. So the AMP Protein Bar is basically a bar that you can use post-workout that has 28 grams of whey protein, still has some carbohydrates in it and that sort of thing to help to support the recovery of muscle glycogen. But again, without all of the nonsense ingredients that you'll find in other products out there, and really support the person's recovery. So what about kids? I've got 3 kids, as Darlene said, 10, 9, and 6. My son, all of them actually, they're very athletic. And I noticed that what happens is the programs are scheduled right after school, and a lot of them, so not even right after school, it's like, say, like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and you're driving there, and the kid's hungry from after school, and so, it's snack, and who knows what people are giving their kids, and then after it's dinner time, and the kids are hungry again, and so a lot of times it's, let's pick something up on the way home, something easy, and unfortunately kids are getting empty calories. Okay, they're not getting nutrition, so these kids are, they're getting fatigued. You'll notice it towards the end of the week that kids are getting tired, kids are getting sick, and it could last weeks sometimes. And I've noticed with our kids, they don't have that. They don't have those challenges. And we use these products. And so here's some kid-friendly products that, are great, on the way to the event or on the way back, and they're convenient. So, I'll mix shakes up in the shaker cup and give them to Felix afterwards, or a bar. These are amazing snacks for after school. It's 10 grams protein. All of these products have the grass-fed whey protein in them to help with kids recover and get the protein they need. And that's the big factor for kids is that a lot of the food they're eating, it's just very low in protein, and so they're not building strong, healthy bodies that are that have good body composition. I've noticed a lot of kids are like overweight or underweight. Not a lot of kids I'm seeing with really good body composition. That has to do with the quality of the food and the proteins that we're giving them. So how are athletes supported? Well, so if you're an athlete and you're watching this and you're like, well, you know what, I need to put together something that's, for my needs. Well, you're going to have that support. So whoever brought you here onto this call tonight can help you figure out what products are the right ones for you with your sport and your lifestyle. You might even find that doing a 30-day cleanse and a body composition program is a great way to start, and then go into the support products, into the performance products, where you may be ready to go right into performance products. And you'll be able to figure that out with the person that brought you here or connected you with this webinar. Or if you're finding it on YouTube, feel free to reach out and I'll be able to help you. Then we have the actual product selection, helping you order it online. So, getting it through Isagenix directly has huge benefits, and doing it through the person that you're connected with, they're going to be able to help you get the best pricing because there's a lot of different ways, a lot of different investment brackets. And so there's ways for you to save a lot of money on this. So you want to make sure that you're in contact with the person who connected with you with this. And you also will get the money back guarantee, and you'll know that you're getting, the products that are coming from Isagenix this way. And then help you with program preparation. There's checkpoints along the way to make sure things are on track, and also connecting you with some of their Isagenix programs, like the IsaBody Challenge, which is a 4-month commitment to yourself and taking your performance to the next level, using the products as part of it. And what you do is you take your before photos, you write, or your measurements and your before photos, and then 4 months later you do the same thing, and you write about your experience, your athletic experience, if that's what's been benefited. And then Isagenix will give you a $200 product credit that you can use towards your next month. And then the Healthy Mind and Body program is a 60-day program where every day you do an exercise to help you with your mindset and really getting on track with your vision for your body, and the right mental habits where you're really taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. So it's for people that, that need some support in that way. So what's the investment, what's the risk, and what's the expectation? So you're going to find that the Isagenix products, when you're comparing apples to apples, the Isagenix products have extraordinary quality, okay? And the pricing is sometimes it's either going to be, you know, very close or even better than what you see in the marketplace. And you're going to have it actually delivered right to your home, which I think is incredible. And when you take in the factor, the health factor and the results factor, you're getting more out of it. Okay. And you're not going to have to worry about it harming you. To have all that in place, it is a wise investment to go with Isagenix. What's the risk? You know, there is no risk. Okay. Because Isagenix, if for whatever reason you try the product and it doesn't do what it says it's going to do, you don't have that experience, which, you know, in Isagenix, if it says it's going to help you with endurance, it helps you with endurance. Where if you're just not noticing it, okay, or you're not happy for whatever reason, the flavoring, whatever, you don't like the package, whatever it is, Isagenix will give you your money back in 30 days, and they stand by that. They know what they have, and they have that stamp on that, which is very unusual in the marketplace. It lets you know that they know they have something very high quality. And you notice the best companies in the world have guarantees, okay? Isagenix is one of the best companies in the world. It's going to be up there with, or is up there with Apple, Google, Tesla. It's in that field. That's what you're a part of when you join Isagenix. Your first 14 days, when you're using these products, you're going to notice changes. You may find yourself talking about these. The only way people know about these products is through word of mouth. So what you can do, if they want to know about it, they can bring them into our Facebook page, connect them with this webinar, talk to the person that helped you get started, you know, the best way to help this person. And as a result, Isagenix is going to reward you very generously with bonuses that you can use towards your products, or you could even create an income for yourself through this. So where does the integrity of Isagenix come from? It comes from the formulator first. The formulator, John Anderson, he was a world-renowned formulator. He produced 2,300 products for over 600 private label companies. He retired before he started Isagenix. He retired a very wealthy man. And, you know, Isagenix really came out of his own health challenges. He created a program to help himself get better, realized he had something that could really make a difference in the world. But this time, he didn't want the quality compromised like the other companies did. He wanted to have control. He went to Jim and Kathy. He said, I want to get a distribution model where people are being helped by people and they're getting real results. They said, okay, word of mouth marketing is the way to go through the internet. That's where the future is going. Everyone's buying off the internet and people are buying based on word of mouth. You see it everywhere. This is the time. Network marketing makes total sense now, whereas before it was like a bad word. Now you're smart if you do network marketing, okay? Because you're actually able to purchase products online, and if you happen to share them, you can actually get your products for free and then some if you choose to. So the Isagenix vision is very important. Our vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. And I am absolutely, completely dedicated to helping Isagenix fulfill this vision, because really in the marketplace out there, there's really nobody who has a worldwide vision to transform health in a positive way and has a product to back that. You know, you look at all the health products, or the health companies out there, you know, they're actually more drug companies. There's really no companies out there that are worldwide that are really making waves, and Isagenix is. So I'm really excited to be a part of that vision. So I'm going to leave you with this before I turn it back over to Darlene. I want you to give yourself massive, unreasonable goals, whether those be athletic, goals in your life, whatever it is. Want to stretch yourself. Let it freak you out a little bit. Get a little bit nervous about it, because you are capable of more than you know. Back to you, Dar.
Awesome. Great job, Evan, as usual. Learned so much, and I would have to say going through the experience of also stepping on stage there, Evan, as well, having the e-shots, and I had used the amped powder and the recovery and the Isoline Pro shakes. It just made it so much easier, and I know a lot more. Some of the products came out after that competition, but yeah, so thanks so much for explaining it, and it's so exciting. And we just want to thank everybody again for coming on tonight. And if you, I'm just trying to see if there's any questions. I don't see any questions in the chat. So whoever invited you on tonight, if you're interested in the program or finding out more about pricing, like Evan said, just get back to them, and they can help you find what's best suited for you, and perhaps maybe have you added to our support page, and you'll get a lot of love there and support. And I just want to thank everyone for being on tonight, and thank you, Evan, for a great job.
Thank you, Gar.
So good night, everyone.
Everybody.